Hi there, welcome to Math at Ease, and in today's video I am going to explain to you how we can do the long division of polynomials. Okay, that means dividing one polynomial by another polynomial. So without wasting time, let me quickly take you to my whiteboard. So here I have taken one question, x plus 3x square minus 1, which is to be divided by 1 plus x. Okay, now whenever you are doing division of polynomials, you have to firstly put them or arrange them in decreasing order of their powers. Okay, it makes us very easy to do that, like do the division then. So first of all, I'll put both of them with decreasing order or descending order of powers. So here, if you can see, this is the degrees 2. So I first write it as 3x square, then comes x, and then comes 1. Okay, so the power is decreasing. And here my divisor becomes x plus 1. So this is my dividend and this is my divisor. Now we move on to the actual long division process. So for that, just like our normal division with numbers, we write it like this, we try to put it like this, x plus 1. You can even write your quotient on the right hand side, but I prefer writing it here because it gives me a clear idea which term I am taking in that particular step. Okay, so once you have written this, what you have to do is, first of all, check the power of the variable here. It is 2. You have x square and here you have x. Okay, so you need one more x. So 1x comes here, and also here you have the number 3 and here you have 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. So our first term in the quotient will be 3x. Basically, I am looking for one particular term here which when multiplied with x gives me the first term here. Okay, now what we do is, once we have written here, we will multiply this with both the terms. Let me change the color of my pen. So this becomes 3x times x gives me 3x square, and 3x times 1 gives me plus 3x, which I write below the x term. Okay, this step is over, and my next step, just like in my normal division, will be subtraction. So when I do the subtraction, 3x square minus 3x square gives me 0. So the term is removed, and x minus 3x gives me minus 2x. Now we bring the next term down, which is negative 1. Let me show this like this and change the color, minus 1. Okay, now again we follow the same method. Negative 2x. What should be multiplied with x to get negative 2x? It will be just negative 2. So I am writing it here. Okay, so negative 2 times negative x gives me negative 2x, and negative 2 times 1 gives me negative 2. Again draw and subtract. So when you subtract, negative 2x minus negative 2x gives me 0, and negative 1 minus minus 2 gives me positive 1. Okay, now you have 1 here and you have x here. So at this point the division stops. So you cannot do the division at a point or after a point where the power of the remainder becomes smaller than the power of the divisor. So the division stops here, and your remainder is 1 and your quotient is 3x minus 2. And just like as in our normal division, The division algorithm works good here. That means if you try to multiply the quotient with the quotient with the divisor and add the remainder to that, you will get your dividend. That's the division algorithm. Okay, it holds good here also. So let me take up now one more example where a particular term is missing. So let me take up the second example. So this is my second example where I have x cube plus 1 to be divided by x plus 1. Now here the first condition what I told you is that the terms should be in decreasing order of power. It is already satisfied. But if you see here, you have x cube and then directly 1. Okay, so whenever you have expressions like this, try to always write them by filling in the in between powers like this. So this you try to write as x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 1, because this will help you when you are doing the division. And then I have my division with x plus 1. Okay, let me just remove this part. Let me just remove this part. So this is the step that you will follow whenever you feel a particular term or power is missing. So now I'll follow my general method. So x cube, to get x cube I need to multiply x with x square. Once I have written the term in the quotient, I will multiply that with all the terms in the divisor. So x times x square is x cube and 1 times x square is 1x square. Hope now you have understood why I have included this term, because it will not disturb our arrangement of terms because everything we have written in order. Now we follow the subtraction. This gives me 0 and this will give me 0 minus 1 is minus x square. Okay. Then what I do is I will bring all the remaining terms. You can go on bringing all the remaining terms at every step down. Now what should I multiply with x to get minus x square? I need to multiply minus x. Okay. And now minus x times x is minus x square and minus x times 1 is minus x. See here also you got the 0 and below that the term. Again we do the subtraction. So this gives me 0 and this will give me 0 minus minus x gives me x plus 1. And then to get x, what do I multiply with x? It is just 1. So I have plus 1. So I multiply with x and I multiply with 1. So my remainder here is 0. Okay. So that means I can also introduce the term factor here. That means x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus 1. So here my remainder is 0 and my quotient is x cube minus x plus 1. So if you want to verify your answer, you can multiply x plus 1 with the quotient and you will get your original dividend. Okay. And going back to my previous example, here since we had not got the remainder 0, so we can say that x plus 1 here is not a factor of 3x minus 2. Hope the process of long division is clear to you. Two things you have to remember. Whenever you are doing long division, try to arrange all the terms of both the dividend and the divisor in decreasing or descending order of powers, and if there is any power missing in between them, just like in our second example, then add those powers as terms with 0 coefficient. So basically it is 0 times this, that means it's a 0, but then we are trying to include a place for that so that our division process goes on smoothly with and neatly. Okay, so that completes the long division process, and in my next video I'll be taking up remainder theorem and factor theorem. So if you have still not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like and press the bell icon. And if you want me to take up any particular topic, then please do write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye bye.